Hi, everyone. It is so good to be here with you for my weekly vlog. Last week was canceled because Dr. Perrin was here from the UK. So, I'm Catherine. I'm the founder and director for Lipedema Simplified and the Lipedema Project. I'm also a patient. I have lipedema. I have lymphedema. And over the past year and a half, I have been challenged with all kinds of lymphatic issues. If you've come on any of my previous vlogs, you know I have been talking about central lymphatic dysfunction. But I'm here to talk about Dr. Perrin. So, Kelly Bell and Jen Bell. Kelly has some central lymphatic dysfunction. And he and Leslyn and Jen have been researching and helping others, including me. So Kelly had suggested that we connect with Dr. Raymond Perrin, who is from the UK. So we did many months ago, and I think it was August of last year. And here's Bella. Bella's here to say hi as well. Okay, sweetheart. She likes to be part of the vlog. So I am now going to just let her. I need to clip her claws. She's hooked onto my sweater. Okay, honey, here. So here she is. She'll. So, Dr. Perrin, we connected with Dr. Perrin last year and have had numerous webinars with him. And I want to first tell you that he was here. He came to Boston last week. And he was here for 5 or 6 days and did a training session for some of our lymphatic therapists, physical therapists, massage therapists. Really, different therapists came in from all over the country. And we had an amazing session with him. And I have to say how amazing it was. I'm a multitasker. I'm always doing more than one thing at a time. And for all 3 days of his session, I was riveted, just riveted on what he was teaching, on the demonstrations, on trying out different techniques. So let me step back and say what's so exciting about the work that Dr. Perrin has brought into our community is the lymphatic system. So let me talk about the lymphatic system. I feel like I've had a crash course, a PhD in lymphatics over the past year and a half, trying to understand what's been going on. We know the lymphatics have to do with being often called the sewer system, excessive molecules that need to be expunged from the body. So we pee, we poop, we get rid of a lot of stuff that way, excess waste matter from our digestion process. But here's an interesting thing. There are proteins, there are these molecules that have to be cleansed. And they actually go into the venous system. That's why, in so many ways, the lymphatic system, the venous system, the adipose tissue, the connective tissue, there's a relationship with all of these complex systems, one with another. And one of the things that made sense to me as I've learned about it over the past year and a half is that some of those molecules are bigger and can't get through the venous system. And that's the role the lymphatics play. The lymphatics is like, I think about cleaning. I happen to love to clean, even though I've, been sick, and I feel like, you know, little by little, I'm starting to clean up all of the corners where stuff gathers. That's what happens in our bodies. Stuff gathers, and the lymphatic system is part of that cleansing process. And but here's the thing. It's only recently, and I mean, I think it was in 2017 or 18, or I don't think it was 19. I think it was 17 or 18, that they started to talk about that the lymphatic system went beyond the neck and into the head and into the brain, and that our whole system, our entire body, had lymphatics. And this was new because there's something in the brain called the blood brain barrier, where it is very tight. And they didn't think molecules could get through that barrier. Well, didn't make any sense. And had I delved into it as deeply as I'm now delved into it, I would have said, oh, yeah, could have, has to. How are you going to clean the molecules from the brain? Well, that's what happened to me. What happened to me, if you've already heard it, I'm going to take only 2 sentences. If you haven't heard it before, it's the short version. After having been pretty stable, which means I didn't go out for a couple of years of the pandemic, then I ended up in 2022 having a rough year, and included going down to South Carolina from Boston in 2 flights, Boston to DC, DC to Charlestown, and then back. So 4 flights, 8 instances. 8 instances. How's that? 8. Is that right? 8. 5 and 3. 8. Takeoff and landing. That means 8 instances of enormous cabin pressure. The pressure of going up when we're taking off and of landing is extreme. For normal people, for normal bodies, there will be a reaction. There will be swelling. There will be some kind of a inner reaction to the amount of pressure that the body goes in during the takeoff and landing. Resolves fairly quickly, within a few hours, sometimes maybe a day. Not if you have a serious lymphatic dysfunction like I did and do, like I do. And so by the time I got home from the trip coming back, I was in the emergency room within hours. I have to say, I had a conversation with my cousin today. I love my cousin Mark. My cousin Mark and I mean, we grew up together and with other extended family. But we have a conversation every year on Super Bowl Sunday. But he was just sharing with me that he was sick as well. He got sick, and he couldn't fly either. He had some lung issues. And he shared with me about a friend of his that had a surgery and was told not to fly and overrode that medical advice and ended up in the emergency room with 2 blood clots and essentially pulmonary embolism, a PE. It was a miracle that they saved his life. So it's not only the lymphatic issues, but for me, that's what triggered it. And before I knew it, I was experiencing all kinds of difficulties that are, you know, I am going to do a webinar about this. But I want to talk about Dr. Perrin having been here last weekend, because that's where pretty much Leslin, me, Siobhan, Gail, um, there were so many others. There were about 20 of us. Dr. Carmody was there. Boy, did we learn a lot. So let me talk a little bit about the process. The process being that our bodies are smart. Our bodies know. Our bodies have inner wisdom and have the ability to clean, to stay healthy, to clean up the mess, which is, what will happen if we give our bodies the support that it needs. And so, answers to questions. So what I'm going to do, I can't, all I'm going to do is some movement now, because one of the symptoms that I've had that's been really difficult is incredible swelling. I've had swelling throughout my body. Since all this happened, I've gained a lot of weight. Most of it is swelling. Most of it is all of the lymphatic, what's called interstitial swelling. So, what I'm doing is I'm encouraging the fluid to drain from my face, from my head, into what's called the terminus, which are the there's two ducts. There's the thoracic duct, which comes up the center of our body near the spine, and then like an umbrella handle goes over to the left, goes over to here. That's the left. And then there's another one that goes to the right. So they're two separate drainage systems. And one of the things that I'm learning is how to drain it. It is not a quick and easy process. The thing is, I don't know about you, but when I first tried to find solutions to lipedema, I was a big proponent of liposuction. I'm like, suck it out, get rid of it, I'll be fine. I want to be normal. I did not find that there was an easy answer for that. And there's not an easy answer for this, but there is an answer. So, one of the things that I learned is that there is a backlog of fluids, those lymphatic fluids that don't flow easily with lymphedema and lipedema. Also, with the fluid itself is filled with toxins. That is what the lymphatic system cleans the toxins. Well, if they're stagnating, the body is going to have a reaction to the toxins. I can't see you because I'm doing this thing. And so, what Dr. Perrin did, and here's the brilliance, absolute brilliance, is over 35 years ago, he said, it's got to be lymphatic system in the brain. He's a neuroscientist as well as an osteopath. He said there's got to be a system. And he began to work with it through the brain, through this lymphatic structure in the brain, into the neck. Turns out the neck itself and the face have a gazillion lymphatic vessels. In fact, I think it is one of the most lymphatic intense areas of our body. And so, with the kind of self massage that he teaches, and I'm just doing a few of the movements. Do not follow what I'm doing because this is just random movements now. There's a whole process. So, a number of therapists in the Boston area took the training and are now licensed Perrin practitioners. So I go to one every week. And so I feel a kind of hopefulness. I feel like that whole thing is, you know, these hands can help. These hands and Megan's and Jan's and a number of others, all in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, Vermont. We had therapists come from all over. And and so there is a way that we can really move the lymphatic fluid and detoxify. He talks about the system in the brain as the glymphatics. Um, and so cleaning out the glymphatics includes the face, the head, the neck, and there are other exercises. Um, the sinuses and nasal passages. So I'm sharing some of this self massage routine, but you really need to do it with the support of a therapist. So I'll be having some of the references up online. If anybody wants a list of the folks who did the training session with Dr. Perrin, just shoot me an email. And yeah, so I'm so happy to share all this with you. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. Oh, I just realized I didn't even look to see comments. Oh wow. Sorry guys. I am slightly out of it still. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Someone says I'm looking good. Hi Julie. Yeah, I missed you guys last week. We were like with Perrin like for days. And let me see who else. From Baltimore. Kira, nice to see you. Someone from Spain. Julie. Hi, Julie. From North Carolina. Karen from Michigan. I can't see all that well right now. Let's see. Oh, so Kira wants to know what the Perrin technique is. Shoot me an email. I can send you, depending on where you are, Kira, a list of who could do it. It's a technique that actual, starting in one place and moving lymphatic fluid similar to MLD, but it's not MLD. And I'm happy to point you in the direction. Hi, Jody from Wisconsin, Virginia. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Virginia. Oh, I have to share this with you because it just made my day. It says, "You are an amazing person with the most amazing mind. Thank you for all your work." I just found out I have lipedema and I'm so thankful for, well, she says for me, but I'll say probably for us, for this community and what we offer one another. I always think it's us. I do want to tell you we have a CSIG starting tomorrow night, and I want to let you know I'm actually not offering it. I'm taking it. I'm going to be there as just one of the community. Margaret from Ohio, Dana. Dana wants some referrals. Yes, if anybody wants a referral, I'm going to put this. Where am I going to put this? Oops, wait. Give me a second. I'm going to put it here. Here it is. Email me. Catherine at lipedema-simplified.org and tell me where you're located and I'll send you. We have 14 different therapists that went through the training here in Boston last weekend. I went through it. I'm not a therapist and I'm not going to be doing it on anyone. I'm going to just do it on myself. But I can send you whatever you need. Okie dokie. God, there's so many things we have going on. Okay. That was Friday. We had this already. So let me do this. Let me get the link, because now let me tell you, we have what we call a CSIG, a coaching group, a coaching special interest group. Here it is, CSIG Nutrition. I'm going to put I just got the link and I'll show it to you, but let me put it in here first. This starts tomorrow. And CSIG stands for Coaching Special Interest Group. I'm putting it up now. That's the link to the page. We put these together years ago. We run for a year. And they're small groups. I think we have, I don't know, maybe 15, maybe 18, so that you get personalized attention. And this one, here, let me show you. Okay. I'm now going to show you. Here it is. Unlock the healing power within. So I said when I got sick with this flight, which was November 2022, which is over a year ago, I ended up I was in the hospital numerous times. I had a couple of different surgeries. One was very intense and very difficult to heal from. That one was in October. I'm coming to the other side of it. And one of the side effects of it all is a weight gain. So I ended up putting on even more weight. So in the past year, part of the way I survive this is I never get clear, but I've put on around 50 pounds, maybe somewhere between 50 and 60 pounds. So I find the coaching groups are helpful. It's not that I don't know what to do. Most of us could write books on nutrition. We know so much. There's something about the support, the interaction, the discussion of it, the staying connected. So this is the CSIG that starts tomorrow night. Harmony in Health, a holistic approach to mindfulness, nutrition, and fasting. And you have the link so you can go and read all the stuff. I just want to say that it's Gail, who I adore. Here it is, Gail and Siobhan and Carrie and Sharon. So the four of them are going to be holding our hands, taking us through. It's a month. It's between February. Well, wait, here are the dates. Here are the dates. February 12th through March 8th. So it's just about a month. And I figure that's just the right amount of time with just the right people. So join me, or join them, or join all of us, and join me too. I'm not. I'll say hello to everyone, but I'm there really to one of the community to get support. And it starts tomorrow. Just about. Oh yeah, in just about 24 hours, it's starting up. Oh, healing is a good thing. Community is a good thing. Getting support is a good thing. And it's 4 weeks of classes and coaching sessions for $297. If you're a tribe member, make sure you reach out to either me or Isla, and because you get a discount. Okie dokie. Here I am. I am back. And so, let's see. Let me see any final comments. Oh, good. Kath in New Zealand. Oh my God. So good. I'm so glad you're here. Yep. Referrals for the Perrin technique. Make sure you email me. Let's see what else. From Winnipeg. From Florida. Hi, Jan. Yeah, somebody said accountability. The coaching group is fabulous for accountability. Just being able to make a commitment and to keep it or not keep it. I've after a lifetime of keeping nutrition commitments, it's hard for me because I've been so sick. But here I am. I'm always ready to take one more step and to do it together. So I've talked longer than I planned. I always do. And I love you all. I just love our community. I just love that there's a place that we can talk about all of this. And I don't feel like an oddity because I know you understand. I know you've dealt with some of the exact same issues. And that together we keep finding answers and we keep finding the way to live fabulous lives, even with chronic diseases. So, on that note, join me if you can. There's the sign up. Um, yeah, I'm so looking forward to the coaching session and being with everybody. So, love you. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. And if not, I'll see you next week on the Sunday vlog.